Okay, let's go, pretty girl. Good morning, friends. Secret and I are back again this morning. Today, I'm just going to do some slow work on the pattern. This is the second time I've actually done pattern work with her. I know her owner's done it as well, but she is still learning and starting out. So I'm going to start out at a walk. I don't even need to warm up because we're just going to be doing everything at a walk and trot today. So I'm going to bring her around over here and get her lined up. kind of close, like I'm heading towards that third barrel. And then I'm going to drive her up in here and stop her square. But I want to get her shoulders. I'm looking at my first right now. I want to get her shoulders past the first. And right now, starting her out, I want her, actually her flank to be kind of even with that first barrel. And I know I'm starting way out over here, but that's fine and dandy. Starting a young horse, especially one her size. And then I'm going to have my point. So this will be my next point here. Her flank is kind of even with that barrel. I'm going to bring her kind of around this way. And then my next point will be right here. And then once I leave this point, I'm going to kind of like turn her towards the third. And then once I cross my path, I'm going to lift and move her entire body over just like that. And then get her lined up for the second. I'm going to drive her up in here to my second, kind of the same thing. I'm going to get her shoulders past, and I'm going to stop her about where her flank is even with that barrel. The reason for the moving her body over, leaving the first, that's going to help later on down the road for her lead change. Everything right now is going to be over exaggerated. Well, this is another point. I just want to get her shoulders kind of past this barrel here so I can get her lined up for the next point at the third. So I'm going to drive her up in here to my third, and I'm going to get her shoulders past it and kind of stop her where her flank's even with that third barrel. I want her to stop square and straight. I don't want her hind end. I don't want her hind end this way or this way. I want her hind end facing where we just came from. Then I'm going to come up in here and I'm going to bend her around here a little bit. This barrel don't really have a point, but I am going to come about right here where my crossover path is. And I'm going to lift her up again and just kind of move her over just because I like to do that. And I'll switch it up sometimes. Sometimes I'll come and bring her back this way. Sometimes I'll move her over there and kind of bring her on this side of that first barrel. I'll change it up a little bit because it gets boring to them. One thing I want them to do is love their job. So I don't want them to be out here feeling like this is work. I want them happy and wanting to do this. Okay, now I'm going to ask her to trot. We're going to trot straight up in here, right in here. And then I'm going to ask her to woo. Woo. Good. She stopped that time on her hind end. We've been having a little bit of issues with her rolling to a stop with her front legs. So I'm right here at this point, and then I'm gonna walk around the barrels this time and trot to them. And then so here's my next point. I don't want to stop her very long. I just want her to get the drift. Whoa. Just get the gist of it. It's very important to establish all these points and do everything correct, when you're teaching them, especially at a walk and a trot when you're doing all your slow work. So I'm going to trot her up in here. Keep her square. Ooh, ooh. I'm going to back her up a step. No, back. Good girl. Now we got to get you square. There you go. Like I said, everything right now is over exaggerated. Right here, I just gonna want to get around, and right here to my next point. Whoa. And then we're gonna drop down to the third, straight and square. I want her body straight, square, and balanced. I'm gonna get her up here, set her down right here. Whoa. Good girl. I'm gonna try to keep my videos short. So today all I'm doing is walking and trotting. So I'm just gonna do this a few times for my video, and then I'm gonna shut my camera off and finish up with a cool down. I'm trying to get my videos a little bit shorter. Okay, this time I'm going to trot her through. I'm just gonna say whoa at my points. Whoa, kind of break her down into a walk. Just at my points, I'm not stopping. I'm just gonna change her speed. Right here, I'm gonna move her body over. Good girl. And like I said, what I did just there, did just there, it's lining them up for this next barrel, but it's also gonna teach them when they start loping, that's where their lead change is gonna be. So it's gonna help them get that lead coming from the first to the second. Ooh. Right now, I'm just giving her plenty of room on all these barrels. There's no need to try to suck them up, turn them tight, and all that right now. That'll come. That'll come later. This time I'm going to circle them twice. The reason being for that, it helps them finish their barrels. It keeps them listening to you. Doing a little, changing it up a little bit, just making them listen. Whoa. Whoa. Sometimes I'll circle my barrels twice if I don't feel like it was a good turn around. Sometimes I'll just circle them twice just to, like I said, keep them listening. And right now, I just want to kind of keep that shoulder up. I'm not super focused on like shaping her up too much and, getting a nice bend around right now. I'm trying to keep it super simple so it's easy to learn. Um, like I said, all that kind of stuff will come later down the road when we're starting to add speed. Ooh, good. I love how she's already um, not anticipating her stop, because if she was, she'd be trying to stop back there. But she's pretty much on point where I want her to stop. Again, I'm having her a little bit around on the back side of this barrel. Not super concerned about her shape. Coming to this point, and then I'm gonna drive her back down. I'm gonna see if I'm just gonna kind of feel her and see if she's gonna. I'm gonna sit in my saddle and see if she'll start. That was really nice. I love that. So when I sat in my saddle, sat my butt real deep in my saddle right there, she already started uh, rating on her own, and that's what you really want. So she's getting it. This horse is very smart. It's not going to take her long. She's a little bit on the lazier side when it comes to loping, but she's still young, and I really think she's going to make a decent barrel horse. Sometimes you can just have that feeling on one, and her conformation's nice. She's got a big old motor in the back there, so I'm really liking her. I'm gonna drive her up in here, say woo. Not too serious about coming to a complete stop, as long as she's changing her speeds. Well, um, and listening to me. That's all I'm asking for right now. Super simple. Super simple. I'm only gonna do this probably one more time. only because it gets old. I have been doing some drills and stuff with her, so we're not just going to be constant doing pattern work. Ooh, good girl. Round. I do want your nose. I'm going to circle this one again. Ooh. Right in here. Ooh. I want right here, I want her to really give me that nose a little bit more. I'm not super concerned about her uh, bending in her rib cage and all that right now, but I at least want her nose. I want to get a little bit of control of that face right here. Right here. I want her to give it to me. And I want that shoulder up. That's important right now. Whoa. Now I'm going to drive her straight to the next one. Again, I'm going to sit deep in my saddle. Good. She changed her speed. Ask for her nose right here. This time I'm just going to do something a little bit different. This morning she's really paying attention to me. Last night when I rode her, there was kind of a lot going on. Whoa, stop straight and square. Um, the neighbor's sheep were kind of running around, people riding bicycles up and down the road. She was just kind of looky, not really paying attention to me. Um, your shoulder, there you go. But this morning I got her undivided attention. I really, really, really love that. Well, move her over. There we go. Ooh, stop square, straight. I don't really like her tugging on the nose like she did just then. um, I'm not going to be super picky right now. Like I said, simplicity. She's listening to me. Little things like that right now, I'm not super, super concerned about. Whoa. Good girl. I like her moving just off voice command right there. I'm going to sit deep. Whoa. Good girl. All right. I'm going to quit on that. I'm just going to walk her through one time. When they're doing really good like this, I'm not going to keep pounding it in their head and making them keep doing pattern work. She's earned this ride, so this one's just short and sweet. So I'm just going to walk her through one time. Actually, I'm going to trot her one more time. I'm going to trot her one more time and then do a walk and then call it a ride and quit on a good note. I just want to try something. Now my husband's leaving, making a bunch of noise over there. No, you don't got to worry about him. All right, he's over there actually getting ice out of the ice machine. It's kind of loud. And so I'm just going to make her stand here for a minute. Good girl. When I do a lot of pattern work, I usually get off of them. I'll bring them back around like I'm going to come to the barrel again just to kind of fool them. And then right before I get to the barrel, I'm going to stop and step off as soon as they're real quiet and loosen my girth and let the release be right here at the beginning of the pattern. Um, that's where a lot of horses start getting like anxiety, getting hot. Um, so I want my release to be right there, especially with young horses. I even do it with my finished horses. I want them to be eager to be at the front of this pattern. Driver up in here. We'll stand here for a second while he pulls out the driveway. Good girl. Kind of bend around. All right, love you. Right here, we'll drive her straight and square, straight and square, straight and square. Ooh, good girl. Good girl. I'm gonna back her up a notch. Good. All right. Just gonna walk. Just gonna walk it one time. Good girl. You did really good. Really good. I'll probably do this for a week or two. Just slow pattern work. And I'm not gonna do it like pound it in her head. I'll just work on it a little bit each day. Um, and then I'll ride her outside of the arena too because I want to keep her mind. Uh, I want to keep her mind sound. Good girl. Oh, I love how nice and quiet she is. Face her this way. I kind of look like I'm going to third, and then I'll move that booty over right there. I just learned that helps later on down the road. So I'm going to establish that now for the lead change. I know I repeat myself a lot, but it's kind of like a broken record, same thing over and over and over. So I will repeat myself a lot. Well, but that's how they learn. I love her head right now. She's just relaxed, chill. Her ears are forward. She is swishing her tail a little bit, but I do believe that's the mosquitoes. Whoa, good girl. No, ma'am. Inside leg, shoulder up. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm gonna go up here to my first barrel, and I'm gonna let her think that we're going to the first barrel again. Actually, I'm gonna trot up here. So good girl. So she thinks she's about to trot the pattern again, and I'm actually gonna turn her like I'm gonna go to it again. I'm gonna look at my spot, and I'm gonna stop her. Whoa, whoa, good girl. Back her up a step or two. Back. Get your body square. Come on. Stop straight. It's like I move her over and she moves over way too much, but that's fine. All right, now I'm just gonna sit here real quiet. I'm gonna put my reins down on her neck. I'm gonna relax my body. Good. I think she's about to look at me. I just like to sit here for a second before I hop off, make them stand super quiet, relaxed. I want this to be the spot they want to be at. I don't want them to be wanting to go to the barn or anything else. I want the release to be like right here, especially on pattern work. And I always get off out here in my arena when I'm finished. So she's standing super quiet and chill. Her head's down. She's super relaxed right now, and that's what I want. So now I'm going to step off and give her a good pet, let her know she did good. And then I'm going to unloosen my saddle a notch. So there's some pressure release there too. So me getting off of her was release. Me unloosening my saddle was release. Good girl. Yeah. Alrighty, that's it. That's it for this morning. You did great. I really, really appreciate you guys watching. And I'm very, very excited to see what Secret's going to turn out to be. I think it's going to be something really, really good. And I can't wait for Jackie to ride her in a few weeks, however long she wants me to keep her here. Already major difference. I'm loving it. That's what I like to see. Thank you guys again. Until next time.